What's up, good executive people? Um, Hope this is working. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is, well, y'all know the date. Well, it's Thursday, January 9th. Um, I'm so used to pre-recording, and when I pre-record, I always tell y'all the date and time that I'm actually recording the vlog, but I'm like, there's no point. Y'all know what date and time it is. Good morning, Saint. So now I have us on my laptop. I'm trying something out. I got to put together a setup here at my corporate office. So we're gonna work on lighting. We're gonna work on that background because that's bothering me. All of that. we got to work on that. I don't like that, but we'll get there because really I come here to work. But now I got to multitask and come here to also work both jobs. Trying to run two businesses. I actually was in the middle. I got really deep involved in my work task for today. Well, one of the major ones, I need to have a meeting this morning, a heart-to-heart kind of meeting. And so I was pulling things together to be able to have that conversation. So I'm probably not going to be on here as long, even as what I had planned originally, because I need to kind of get refocused on that because I probably will need to have that conversation in the 7 o'clock hour, 7 o'clock Central. Who else did I? Oh, here we go. Hey, good morning, Shanice and Miss Kim. Happy birthday, Miss Kim. Today is Miss Kim's birthday. Let's wish Miss Kim a happy birthday in the chat, please, and thank you. Hey, good morning, Beauty for Ashes. Let me know also in the chat, what is your favorite morning beverage? For me, it's ice cold water. This is nothing but ice water in here. And then in this one is I always forget, lemon ginger tea with probiotics. And so I drink this throughout the day because I kind of do intermittent fasting. So I make this now when I get to work. And it's kind of warm. I put a combination of hot water, half hot water and half cold water. So it's like a comfortable temperature for me to drink it right away. Because we have a water cooler, and the hot water in that water cooler will burn the inside of your mouth. It will be raw. I know from experience. I was like, oh, Jesus. So, so I mix it so I can drink it right away. Shanice says, oh, this is a new page. I was wondering why it says I'm not subscribed. Yes, thank you for that, Shanice, because I don't even think I remember to put that in my my notes over here. So we working towards something. So in this new year, I have been telling those of you who are on Patreon, whether you're a free member or paid tier member, I've been sharing that I'm rebranding for the new year, 2025. I am behind schedule already because I'm juggling a lot. However, the plan overall as we move throughout 2025 is that I'll start doing more personal style content, lifestyle and entrepreneurship content on the YouTube public side. Right now, I reserve a lot of that for all of it really for Patreon. It'll start to be a little bit more of that on the public side. Patreon will always be more like kitchen table talk, best friend level of information about those things and me sharing. But on the public side, I'm going to start doing more of that. I have a few channels. This is one of the channels that I've had for a couple of years, and that was the plan for this channel. So what I decided to do versus using the other channel I normally use for us to go live on Patreon, I'm going to be using this one. And this will also be the channel that now will have the lifestyle and more of the personal side of Vail on it. So please subscribe. Please like the videos. We are at about 400 and some subscribers. That's another reason I switched over here, because you got to have a 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, unless they change something, because I ain't been on YouTube in months really on that level. But and so I need to get to that level so that this channel would be monetized, so that when I'm doing stuff over here, like more informal lives and stuff like that, it'll be monetized. Right now, we're just hanging out. But yeah, so thank you for that comment, Shanice, because it reminded me. And I'm actually glad I'm streaming through StreamYard because now I can put the comments on the screen and all that. Because when I watch the replays, I notice the comments aren't there sometimes, so I don't know what was happening in the chat. So if I missed it, I just missed it. Yes, happy birthday, Miss Kim. Shanice drinks water. That's her preferred drink of the morning. Saint Center says ice water is what I love to drink. I don't drink coffee. Yeah, y'all know, some of y'all know, I just came out of my coffee addiction. So now it's just the tea and water throughout the day. And it's beautiful. I love it. I love it. And I'm actually losing weight and all that. It's a beautiful thing. Miss Kim says coffee followed by water. Hey, good morning, CJ. Thanks, Shanice. Shanice just subscribe. Let me know if you've subscribed in the chat. And remind everybody else, child, I was confused. I was about to say, who hacked me? Right, with the new channel name. We've been on here on this. I've done things on this channel, but I may have changed the name since then. That might be it. Because this channel has over 400 and something subscribers because I've used it before. Thanks, Sandy subscribed as well. We remember that you were recovering. Some people don't know my secret. Some people don't know how bad it was. It was $160 a month habit. And I needed it every morning before I came to work. I was scheduling my commute to work around it. Starting late. Thanks for subscribing, CJ. So as you can see, like this is more of the normal style of me going live. I was really struggling. So I put this together last night and I put a few show notes together and stuff. But I realized how rusty I was when I couldn't remember how to do everything I needed to do with creating a live and even creating the thumbnail. I was like, I couldn't remember while the functions were. It was crazy. I'm like, it's so crazy how you lose your routine, and then the next thing you know, you forget things that you could do like second nature. And it's only been since November that I haven't done like a real traditional live. So this is real crazy. So I'm knocking off the cobwebs, and the rust. And so bear with me as I'm trying to get readjusted to like how to go live. Right. Saint Center says an expensive habit bet. Yes. That ain't the most expensive habit I got. My most expensive habit is me loving technology, because I'm back to buying a bunch of gadgets. I just bought a mic just now before we went live, because I was like, oh Lord, I'm going live using my laptop and I hate the mic on here. It's not the greatest. So I'm like, I need a mic for here. And so I bought one. It'll be here in a couple days. So next week when we going live, I'll have a better sound. So that I'll be tweaking stuff as we go. Let me put on my glasses because I'm struggling. Oh, and I'm also looking at the smaller screen of my laptop. So, okay. I have an unnatural and unhealthy relationship with, was it Alana energy drinks? I've never heard that. It's almost as bad as your coffee addiction. I don't think I probably have if I see them. They knew Vail by name. Knew his order verbatim. And sorry, quit telling all my business. It's true though. So for those of you who aren't on Patreon, I do vlogs. We're behind, but I do vlogs, and I was doing vlogs on my morning commute. And a few of them, I actually was pulling up to the Starbucks drive-thru to pick up my online mobile order. And I would just pull up and they'd be like, come around, Lavelle. Come around. I was like, good morning, come around. They already knew. I didn't have to say, this is a mobile pickup for Vail. None of that. Thank you for these mornings lives. I've missed your commentary and my fellowship people. Yes, I'm glad that I'm figuring it, because it had been bothering me. Like, oh my God, I ain't been live in forever. And the main things, I just couldn't figure out how to fit it in. Because even last night, y'all, I got home, I was exhausted. I did take a nap. I took a nap, I think around 5:30 or 6. No, it was around 6 because I set my alarm for 7:30 p.m. so I wouldn't sleep too long because I didn't want to then be up all night. It still kind of happened because around, I want to say 1:30 a.m., I kept waking up like every 45 minutes or so. And then around 3, it was about 3 or 3:30 a.m., I just finally gave up and started getting ready, got in the shower and all that good stuff. So I got at work. Well, I got to work around 5 this morning. So technically I was late. No, five is my average time. 5 to 6 is my average time. You are delivered, right? My Andrew Caldwell voice. You can testify. I sure can, because I almost was like, "Ooh, this is a little rough. What else am I gonna do?" Because I felt like it had become a part of my morning routine. It was like I needed it to kind of get me going, and yeah, all of that. The other thing I was thinking about, because it's the new year now, people do resolutions. I don't do resolutions anymore, but I do believe in setting intentions for your life in general. But it's a new year, it's a rebirthing of sorts, and so I am about like kind of assessing and resetting and trying to figure out like, okay, what should be my ultimate goal and path for this upcoming year, which is technically like New Year's resolution, but whatever. So part of that is this was a part of it. Like, I need to figure out how can I still, run my business and do what I do, the Monday through Thursday, because Fridays I'm off, but then end up always having a ton of stuff to do. So I'm still working. That's a whole nother thing. But anyway, so it started making me think of, I want to start doing a gratitude journal daily. And I have Evernote, and in Evernote, it has a feature that actually sends you a daily reminder to do journal entries. And it's like it's a template that it sends you. So, I can share it. I forgot because we're on. Hold on, where is it? But the thing is, I've been ignoring it every day. I'm going to stop ignoring it. Where is it? Here we go. I'm going to share this. So my question while I'm sharing this to y'all is, how many of you actually do like a morning journal, diary, or gratitude entries? Here it is. Good. I can share this. Good. Perfect. So this is, ain't nothing personal. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm sharing my Evernote. Let me make sure ain't nothing personal showing up. So what it does on Evernote is it sends me this every morning. Again, I've been ignoring it, but and then it gives you this pre-filled out template where you just pretty much answer the questions, where it says in the AM, fill out this section first thing in the morning to set yourself up for success. And then your goals, what are the top things you want to achieve today? Feelings, how do you want to feel today? What kind of support do you need from others? Expectations, what are you looking forward to most today? Then they even have it for the PM. This section is for the evening to reflect on your day. Thoughts from the day, share anything that's stuck in your mind today, a conversation, a new idea, an observation, or anything else. Mindfulness, share 3 things you are grateful for. They can be big or small. So your gratitude area, and then share 1 thing you're proud of. It can be something big or small, and then share 1 thing you'd like to do differently in the future. And then inspiration, what inspired you today? It can be a quote, a photo, an article, or anything else. Hint, you can use Evernote's web, whatever. They advertise right there. But my goal is to start using this. I'm more of a digital person. I am old school in the sense of I realize that paper, I need both. Paper helps me move faster. So like even here at work, I'm not going to show you my notes, but where did I put them? Like yesterday, from afar. Yesterday, these are all the notes that I took throughout the day in meetings and conversations and things that was happening throughout the day. And then what I do at the end of the day, when I get home, sometimes here, but usually at home is when I have like time I can concentrate while I'm watching TV or something. I'll then take my handwritten notes and digitize them and put them in my Evernote and organize them under different categories. I have different categories for meetings I have with my direct reports, with the CEO, initiatives, wish list, things to do, all of that. I got all these different things. And so I take whatever, and this is like a mixture of all of those, and then I put them where they need to be. And then that's how I easily track it, because it's also searchable in Evernote. So if I'm trying to say, we were talking about this vendor that we're considering, and I can't remember the details of whatever, I can just type in that vendor's name. It's going to pull up a search. The search will pull up all the notes related to that. So that's why I like to digitize it. However, I can't, during meetings and conversations, I can't be on my phone typing all this, or on my computer typing fast and having my thoughts be organized enough. So I have to use paper for writing during those moments, and I transfer it because I like to keep stuff organized and be able to track it later and find it and blah, 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 blah. So yeah, that's just a little tidbit of that's a system I currently do, but the journaling is what I want to start doing today. I'm going to do it today. I'm going to make sure I do it today. Let me see what y'all say. I forgot I could be starring these too. Remember, I'm trying to knock off the rust. I do Lent, even though I'm not Catholic, but I enjoy giving up my bad habits. This year, I'm giving up sugar. Funny you say that, Saint. So I, as a Christian, last year I did not, but in previous years I have done given up certain things or fasted for Lent. And actually there's a church in Chicago that I'm technically a member of. I'm on their roster and I do tithe there. I did join, but I've only gone probably in the past 5 years. I've only gone maybe 2-3 times. But I do watch it online. And so they are currently doing like a church-wide fast that I heard the pastor talking about, but I missed that particular sermon, so I don't know the details. But I have in the past done the Daniel fast. And I do, and the reason I was even like having an aha moment with this is I do plan on doing a fast very soon for specific prayer requests I have, really on behalf of someone else. And one of the things that I was like, what can I give up that's really a challenge? Because like food ain't really a challenge for me as much, but I was like sugar. And so my plan is to fast from sugar as well for the prayer requests that I have out there. Miss Kim says I journal mostly in the evening. I'm not too consistent with it. You know, that's how I used to be. Like years ago in my early 20s, I used to journal and I would write like everything that was happening, like diary style. I don't know where they at. I know I still have those journals, but I haven't done that. And it would be sporadic. Like I would do it for a month or 3 months and then wouldn't do it for a year, that kind of stuff. But I still have quite a few of them that when I would look back on it, it would be, I would always look back on them like, I need to do this more, because it's interesting to look back on those journals, seeing your mindset and way of thinking back then, and also in a way to encourage you, where you look back on maybe some hard times you were going through, some struggling, and then you come out of that and you're like, your world is so much better, you've elevated, and you're like, oh my God, I was really stressing, and that was almost like the end of the world to me at that point, but look at how far I've come. So I'd love to have journals and things like that to be able to look back on. I had attempted to start doing video journals. So I have actually quite a few of those, and they're private. Like I wouldn't be posting those. The problem I realized with those, even though they're easy to do, and so I probably won't completely stop. I haven't done them in a while. They're easy to do. The problem is I don't really like to go watch them because then I'm like, you sound stupid. What is wrong with you? So I prefer to read. I prefer to read how crazy I am. I don't really want to watch myself talking where I'm like, what? What you talking about? So, yeah, but video journaling is cool in a sense too. I want to have a video wheel I've always said that, but I don't like. I got stuff. I got assets and stuff, but it's all going to my mama at this point. So right now, at least, and so I don't feel the need to do that for that. But I'm like, as time goes on, as I build my family, et cetera, I do want to do a video journal where I could tell people how I really feel. And you was always the black sheep, and so you ain't getting nothing. And you better not try to contest this in court. I want to do it. I want to do it where they can't say, I don't think that's really what Vail wanted. I think so-and-so got him when he was low sick and had him reduce it. No, I'm in fine health. I'm telling you here in video, this is how I feel. That's what I want to do. Saints in there saying, Vail, have you seen the notebook where you can write on paper and it digitally puts it in a file on your phone? No, I have not. Is this? Oh, okay. I see your next comment. I was about to say, is it on Amazon? If you can you put the link like on Patreon or something, or at least give us the name, like the exact name of it, if you can. I started the Daniel fast yesterday. No, the Daniel fast you can do at any point, right? Is it time for Lent? I'm sorry, I'm being a little ignorant right now because it is morning and I ain't thinking clearly. No, it's not, right? Is it? Hey, Nicole, good morning. Beauty for Ashes says, my church is doing the Daniel fast now, but you can modify it, not just doing the dietary restrictions. Yes, that's true. So I did the Daniel fast for the first time ever in the late 90s. My church, that was my first expo. Although I grew up in the church, I was in my 20s, like 20, 21, 22, whatever it was. But that was the first time I even heard of fasting, really understood it. My father would fast, but he never explained what was happening. So I didn't understand what was happening. He was just doing his own thing. But yeah, that was the first time I fasted, was the Daniel fast. And I attempted in the very beginning to be very strict with it. And because I was so new to it, I wasn't as successful. And then I started to modify it a little bit. But I still overall, fasted for some things that were challenging. Hey, Alice. Ms. Kim says, when I was in my last relationship, I journaled a lot. Rereading those entries was eye-opening. I should have left him years ago. Also, Ms. Kim, that's a great point. And I did, in the last hard breakup I had, I video journaled it while it was happening. Like the emotions, the thoughts, the highs and the lows. I would just hop on my phone and start talking. I have not watched them. But I do know, just based on what I do remember saying some of the stuff on the camera, I was like, boy, you come a long way. You come a long way. But yeah, I think it's important for us to do that. Like when things are good, but also, when we're having those low moments, I think it helps us grow. And also give ourselves grace, because you can look back and say, especially like in your present day, if you feel like life is rough, I haven't done this, you get down on yourself, you can look back and see how far you've come and things you've still accomplished or whatever. Sometimes it's really helpful. I think most churches start now. Okay. I'm such a heathen. I ain't been in church consistently in so long. I'm just kind of forgot. But you can do it whenever. Right. Vail is called the Rocket Book Core Reusable Spiral Notebook. Okay, cool. Thank you, Saint. I'm gonna definitely browse that. I love technology, and it may help me with all the, because I don't know how many pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I had 8 pages. Yeah, 8 pages of notes from work alone yesterday. And I got some other ones in here from other days I hadn't gotten to putting them in yet. So if they were digital, I mean, if I could write normally and they just upload digitally, oh, that would be amazing. What else did I have? So a couple little hot topics. Oh, also the vision board, before I move on from this topic. The vision board, I talk about every year. I talk about every year, and I say every year I'm going to do it. We're going to do it on Patreon. And it doesn't happen. And the reason it hasn't happened is because I have yet to follow through with my vision board since I think 2018. And I feel like in my heart of hearts, part of the reason why I look back on feeling the past few years I haven't accomplished as much as I normally do is I'm attributing it to the fact that I have not been good at, I haven't done a vision board since 2018. And also the other part is I have not, Habakkuk 2 and 2, I have not written my vision and my plan and made it clear. And I'm like, I got to do that. So I want to be purposeful in this month of January. We still got a few more weeks. And I'm going to share it on Patreon. If any of you are also on that path or interested, just kind of get ready, get yours together. And if you want to also share it on Patreon, we can do that and have a good old powwow, good time, and encourage each other. And I'll share some more of my business with y'all about what I envision, not only for 2025, but just moving into the future. It's hard to do a vision board when you're not sure what you want. That is true. That is true. And honestly, even with me thinking about like I need to prioritize it, I did have a fleeting thought but I don't even feel like I got my thoughts fully organized of really what I want. But that's part of my problem is usually I'm a little bit more decisive and steadfast in that. So part of me forcing myself to get this vision board done, and I'm doing it digitally, so it'll be easy. It'll be easy. But part of me doing that is so that I can focus and really put thought into like figuring out exactly what I want. Like I know, but it's not as definitive as it normally would be for me. Like there's some things I think I want, but then I'm not 100% sure that I want them in that way and want to put that much effort into it, or a little indecisiveness. So I'm with you, but I'm still going to do it as how I feel in this moment or in that moment that I'm working on it. And then I'll share it. Also, Luther, I was listening to Luther yesterday all day at work. Just Luther was on the playlist. And so I did decide that I'm definitely going to do a live stream, deep dive live stream on Luther, because we were talking about it yesterday morning, for those of you who caught that live. And the little tidbits I was throwing out there, some of y'all didn't know. And there's so many more. Like if I actually sit down and give myself a little outline, there'll be so much more, and I can pull up some images and, videos here, there, whatever. So I really I love talking about Luther. So I'm going to do that in the very near future. And then I'm like, I could still do the real documentary that I want to do, where it's giving the untold parts that they didn't do in this big screen version of the documentary. So I did order the physical book yesterday. So I told y'all on yesterday that I have the audio book. I posted it did I post it on Patreon too? I forgot where I posted it now, but I did post it. I should have made sure I did across all platforms, but I didn't. But I posted the audio book, I think. Anyway, I did order the physical book of the audio book yesterday. It'll come in a couple days, because my plan is I'm going to basically use that like a workbook. I'm going to reread it, but I'm also going to be like highlighting, marking it up. And it's going to be like a workbook for me to build out the overall documentary I want to do. So I'm looking forward to that. So we will be doing more Luther talk, and we're going to have a live coming up in the very near future. And when I say that, I'm talking about like this week, next week kind of thing. I don't know if it's going to be an evening live though. It won't be in the morning, because I want to really have a live. My main issue with my home studio right now is my router in my new location is not in the same room as my studio setup. So my internet connection ain't the best. It's not consistent for streaming. Everything else I could do online. I'm watching Netflix and I'm doing all kinds of stuff. I have no problems with the internet. But as soon as I start live streaming is when I start to have glitching, and I hate that. So part of me wants to wait until I get that fixed. Well, get the modem moved by the cable company before I do that, or the phone company in that case. I keep saying I got to prioritize that this week. So anyway, so just to let y'all know, that's another reason I haven't been going live too at home. Here we go. Miss Kim is saying Lent 2025, Wednesday, March 5th through April 17th. What? It ends on my birthday? March 5th. Right. I thought Lent. Well, again, I'm with, I think that was CJ who said a lot of churches are doing it now, but you can do it anytime. But I feel like this date here that Miss Kim is giving is similar to the date range that my old church used to do it when I went to Salem Baptist Church of Chicago. I'm actually screenshotting this so I don't, because I may hold to this because it ends on my birthday, April 17th. I think that's a little bit of a sign. I think God is trying to tell you something from The Color Purple. Also, very sad news happening here in LA. I know I'm pretty sure everyone's aware of the fires happening there. I actually was going to pull up a video because I have family in LA, and hold on. I could do it here. Hold on. I want to pull at least a clip. I have watched no news coverage on it. Okay, we got one from 24 minutes ago. 38 minutes ago. I think we're going to do this 30. No, but no, we ain't got that much time. Okay, I think we're going to watch this one. Let me see. I didn't do any production on this. So usually I'll know exactly the video and have it all primed and all that. In this case, we're going to figure it out together. I think I'm going to do, let me see. I'm trying to look for a video that's going to get like an overview of it. I think I'm going to do this one. Okay. I haven't watched this particular video, so let's see. Oh, I did it the wrong way, of course, because I'm rusty. How do I share? I think this is how I share. Definitely that. That should have the audio. Okay, let's watch this one together.
This is pretty.
Let me know how the sound is.
This is pretty devastating. I don't think LA's seen anything like this before.
It really is like a scene out of a movie. It's horrible. At least 5 people are dead and thousands of homes and buildings destroyed as wildfires continue to rage across Southern California. Let's take a live look at the Palisades right now. This is a fire here. You can see that 3-car garage, the fire, the flames are just so intense. And it's so tough to see. I mean, some people who live there are watching all of this unfold, like, oh, that's my house. Oh, that's our mall. It's just so tough to see. You know, this morning, more than 1 million people across the state there are without power. Officials say hurricane powerful winds are fueling the flames. You can see those flames really moving. That's because of all the wind there. And there's no signs of containment. Here's ABC's Andrew Dimbert.
The wildfire emergency in Southern California showing no signs of slowing overnight.
There's a new fire right there that's grown pretty quickly and is now getting closer to Runyon Canyon.
A new fire erupting in the Hollywood Hills, marching toward iconic landmarks.
Plenty of those embers are coming down on top of us.
This palm tree outside a Hollywood home catching fire, neighbors jumping into action, grabbing a ladder and hose to save that house.
The balcony was on fire and I went around the back to grab the garden hose.
Firefighters dropping water from above.
You have a whole lot of people in these cars, especially coming down from the Hollywood Hills, trying to get as far away from this fire as possible.
More than 130,000 people were under evacuation orders across Southern California. This map showing multiple wildfires raging across Los Angeles County, fueled by dry conditions and a rare wind event, gusts up to 100 miles per hour. Fire in Pacific Palisades, now the most destructive in Los Angeles history, leveling entire blocks, reducing grocery stores and banks to rubble. The flames tearing through highly populated and affluent neighborhoods. Mansions reduced to flaming embers. More than 2,000 homes and buildings have been damaged or destroyed from Pasadena to the Pacific coast. The Eaton fire exploding to more than 15,000 acres in just 24 hours. Flames marching down the mountains into densely packed communities, killing at least 5 people. These images show before and after the flames consumed a neighborhood in Altadena.
This is an elementary school. The building is starting to now completely fall apart. It's being pushed by these heavy winds, and as it moves, it is turning, as you can see, day into night, pitch black down that way.
The California National Guard activating more than 600 service members in what's being called a massive response. Military police helping law enforcement and firefighters. Officials confident they can get a handle on the fires after the winds die down tomorrow.
We'll have red flag conditions probably until Friday. They're going to keep that warning up. After that, everything really starts to kick into gear and we're able to really get the upper hand.
The full scope of the damage may be unknown for days. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Wow. Yeah, I hadn't watched any coverage on it. I've just seen family members who are in LA, and I got to check in today because at first this is a friend, a longtime friend from my teen years. She was saying that the fires were 20 miles away from her house, and that was earlier yesterday morning. And then she said, but it was 10 miles from her son's school. And so she was debating whether or not to take her son to school. And we were like, don't take him to school. don't take him to school. You don't take no chances because it's spreading. But it's just amazing how nature, winds, for me, sometimes these natural disasters is like reminding me, at least, how nature can just knock us out in a swoop, like take us out in a swoop. Nature is way more powerful than anything that we could ever do. Marianne is saying, I heard yesterday that insurance companies don't cover fire out there. You have to get help from the state. Wow. I did wonder that because of the fact that wildfires and stuff are kind of a thing there. Earthquakes are a thing there. Yeah, it's crazy. So thoughts and prayers out for everyone out there dealing with that. And I hope that somebody said in our chat had said earlier, praying for a downpour. So yes, we are definitely praying for a downpour. Saying, Alex, I can't stand James Wood. Anyone with his level of intelligence and is a MAGA supporter can suck a. Okay. I don't know if I'm bad with names. So I'm like, I don't really know if I know who James Wood is, but I may, it may not be coming to me, but I saw y'all saying that. So what's his situation? He lives in LA. Is he a person of, James Wood was a Mensa member. Who, is he a political figure or something there in LA? Like, why is he a person of note in this situation? Because I don't know of him like that. What else I got? We're about to get off of here in a few. A quick little thing. I probably can't play it because it don't matter. This ain't what I was gonna say. This is not monetized. I'm about to play it. I do watch The Daily Show. I don't know how many of you watch The Daily. Well, I watch clips on YouTube. I will watch the whole full show, but I just never actually do. But I catch it all the time on YouTube. And so I watched the segment yesterday about Trump and his plans for world domination. Basically, is what I got out of it. Hold on. Now I can't remember which channel I was on watching it. I hope it was this one. I think it might have been this one. Yep. Wait, what is it? Okay, here we go. How long is this? Oh, it's 8 minutes. We'll see. I'll play a little bit of it because I don't want this video to get completely struck down by The Daily Show, but I'm going to play a little bit of it. Here we go. I'm gonna just do part of it because it's 8 minutes, and if I play the whole thing, I know they're gonna strike the video. Okay, just cut for the copyright first. I don't want to play too much more. I'm getting nervous the more I play. But basically, the premise is that y'all new president, Trump is on a tangent as usual, and now talking about acquiring Greenland. He wants Greenland, and I feel like, don't he have a golf course on Greenland? I feel like I watched a documentary about Trump years ago, way before he ever ran for president. And it was about him building a golf course. I can't remember where now. And they were talking about all the nefarious things that they were doing to the people who lived there and trying to move them out so that their lush golf course didn't have like low income people around them or whatever. It was a whole thing. So I'm like, is that where that was? But anyway, he wants to take over the Panama Canal, and he wants to annex with Canada. I'm like, all of these have to be self-interest business moves, and for him and his friends is what I gather. Now, I don't know the details of why he wants these particular areas, but it's just ridiculous. And he's not even in office yet. Just, can you concentrate on the stuff that you claimed you were going to fix? It's ridiculous. Right. Gulf of America, help us. God help us. That idiot probably spells Gulf of America. Right. He played the guy that unalived Medgar Evers in the movie with Whoopi. I don't even know if I actually saw the full movie or ever saw that movie. I know it exists, but I'm like, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I ever watched it. And I love movies like that. Says he's a well-known politician from Canada told him to F off yesterday. She was like, we're our own sovereign country with no intentions of becoming the 51st state. Don't try it. Right? Right. If anything, we're trying to get over there. Trump wants Greenland too. Right. I was just saying that. It looks like Trump got a new toupee. Oh, I wasn't even paying attention to that part. Right. Not my president. That's why I say y'all president. Say, I'll claim that fool. Right. My apologies. Yeah, right. It says, you're sovereign, Miss Kim. You still better pay your taxes, though. You know the IRS don't play. Donald Jr. is in Greenland now, saying they up to something in Greenland. Then I'm gonna have to look more into that. Oh hell no, I ain't vote for that imbecile. Right? He wants to be like Putin so bad. That was one of my first thoughts when I heard about Greenland. Is like, and then when they asked him the question, is he even in this plan to want to acquire Greenland and all these other places? Is he willing to say that he will do this without force and without causing war? And he was like, I'm not taking anything off the table right now. I was like, this ninja bet not start no war over him wanting to take territories based on what works best economically for him and his family and generational wealth. It's so ridiculous. The idiots I'm sorry. The people who voted for Trump, do they see it now? They don't. They still don't. I know clearly they don't. Will they ever see it? I think is the best question. Will they ever realize that this was never about the country? It was always about him building his brand, building generational wealth, and his friends. It was a damn good movie. Okay, I got to add that to my list because it's just made me realize that I haven't seen it. I know that it was one that was on my radar and just never got around to it. It said, Novell, you had it right, though. I'm on YouTube. I'm on the public side. Just not Patreon. Although when we go off, this is in real time. It's live. Everybody has access for the live, and then for the replay. Once we get off here, I don't know what to tell you. You need to sign up for either the channel membership or Patreon in order to be able to watch unlimited replay of this because this is one and done lives because I never know what I'm gonna say. And Saint trying to make me say more. CJ says he already said he wasn't lowering grocery prices. I don't know what they think is going to happen. I didn't never need him to say that. Even when he did that press conference that day with the groceries, and he couldn't even identify the stuff that was sitting in front of him, and then he got to obsessing over bacon for whatever reason, I knew then it was BS. I was like, he don't get no F about our grocery costs for a person like Trump is like us buying penny candy. He not feeling grocery costs. He don't care. He don't understand that. You don't understand how we go and spend $200 and have 2 days of food. It's like, what? $200? I was only getting 2 meals. You were right the first time, Bill. There. Y'all saying it. I didn't say it because I backed off of it. All right, y'all, I got to go. The day is getting started. Good morning. All right, y'all. Till next time, make sure to take care and be blessed. Peace.